Well, it's a March the 16th. Always have to look at the calendar. March the 16th, 2019. Things are warming up in Vernon, British Columbia. We're going to start hitting some good temperatures. Well, today, tomorrow, next week, up to, I don't know, 12, 15 Celsius, 45, 50, at least 50 or better Fahrenheit. So that's the good news. That's the good news. Uh, Spring is on its way, and maybe a person can forget about what's going on in the world and what he hears and sees. You know, it's really tough to hold back your thoughts and whatever on things because you see how things are going and you wish you could change it, or you have something to say about it, but anything I say about it isn't going to change anything one bit. But I guess it can confirm what I believe, and I can observe it, and I'll say what I think about it, but I know that it's not going to change nothing one iota. But it's a revelation to me. I'll be 85 next month. So, I've been around for a while. And to see it all, getting to this type of situation in the world, and it's really getting, people imagine, I've said for hundreds of years, oh, can't get any worse than this, and oh, it's going to be the end of the world, and oh, this and that. They've been saying that for a long time because they didn't think it could get any worse. And it can, and it does. And I can see that there's most likely a level that things will reach, and then, and then God will just say, enough's enough, and that's it. It's over. Man's time on man's time on earth is over, and I dropped this blinking mouse. Done. Where did it go? Come off the thing, falls down, bus falls apart again. Gee, is it still working? Oh yeah, still working. What the heck? Still working. Ah, well, there we are. Got to watch that. That could be the end of the world, the mouse breaking. But anyway, it's amazing. The thing is, it's so ridiculous to believe that that you can listen to what other people say and believe what they say. That's so ridiculous. I don't care who they are. They can be politicians, they can be preachers, they can be all kinds of people, people believe in when it comes to global warming, they believe the scientists. Oh, the science says this, science says that. Who are the scientists they're talking about? I know who they are. Everyone else knows who they are. They're people living down the street. They're your neighbors. They're people living across town or in the next town. And you're going to believe them. Why should you believe them? I've gotten to the point where I don't believe a doggone thing that people talk about or say. Nothing. And it proves itself. Television and that is so bad that come on. Television is so bad and the news medias are so bad There's no truth to any of them. I get a real charge out of how people are so easily swayed by propaganda. I can see that there'll be especially with the internet now, they can bamboozle people with propaganda so easy. They'll actually take over, and when I say they, that'll be right now. That's the leftists. Well, it'll be the left-wing people who are atheistic in their beliefs and secular as hell and all this. They're the ones that are going to actually take over, because ordinary people just don't fight back. They just take it, roll over. These guys get organized and they take over. And it's all going to be for the worse. I can guarantee you that. I don't need anybody to tell me that. I know that. The big curse is actually the internet. It has given such a platform for people. Here I am talking on the screen here and downloading a thing to YouTube. Well, if I can do it, anyone can do it. So, no, I more and more, I'm glad that I've finally decided and settled in my mind what I believe. It's a relief. I know there's a lot of people that don't do that because they just don't want to do that. I don't really understand what their long game is, because if they don't do anything about that, what do they expect? Do they think they're just going to live and whatever else and take what you get and all that sort of stuff, and then you die and that's the end of it? And if that's the end of it, that's a pretty bad outlook, because I don't think anyone was created for that reason. And if you read the red letters in the Bible instead of everything else, you're way better off. You know that that's the truth. You can count on that. The rest, I guess you can say, I guess it's true and whatever. But when it comes to the actual truth of something, it's the red letters, and that's so in most Bibles, that's the words that Jesus spoke when he was on earth. And you can take that to the bank, that is for sure. And that's basically all you have to know is what he said. All this, it is so, things are so rotten, and people wonder why it's rotten when there's two forces basically in the universe, the force of good and the force of evil. I guess that's why God has allowed people to make that choice. They have to make that choice before they can live in his kingdom, because his kingdom is forever. It's not for a week or month or year. It's forever. I know people don't like when I say this, but I'm convinced, because it says so, and Christ actually said so, that there will be no two genders in heaven. There will be no male and female. In other words, there won't be any females. Not necessary. The womb's not necessary. Male and female cause chaos. Can't have chaos in an eternity. So all the women who are believers in Jesus Christ, same as men, will be changed in a twinkling of an eye, like it says, but not to another woman. They'll be changed. Will be like a young male, because they're all going to be sons of God. And but they will retain some, some of their attributes, I guess, or something. But no, that's what's going to happen. And that's why it's pretty important when you think about it. If you don't believe what Jesus has said, and you don't believe that he came to this earth to do what he said he was going to do, most people in one way think it's too good to be true, and it just about is. But it is true. And the thing is, the funny part is that it's God's way, and God's way doesn't include buying something. Being he owns everything in the universe, everything is his. He doesn't need anything from anyone. All he says is that you believe him and believe what Christ said, and believe that he sent Christ to earth, and believe that he paid for all the wrongdoings of this human nature, so that it made a way for him to save them, because he had to give them free will. So that was quite a thing. The thing is, people can ask for forgiveness. That's a big deal. God has made it a big deal. He's made it that it is available. He will always forgive someone who asks for forgiveness. Doesn't matter what it's for. Forgive anything. And when you look at the creation and the world around you, and everything in the sky, and the stars, and the moon, and blah, 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 and then say that you don't believe in a creator, there's something wrong with you. Something radically wrong. And we've gotten to the point, we're at the point in this age now, where whatever I thought was good and lived with 50 to 80 years ago is now not good. Now it's wrong. Absolutely wrong. And the reverse now is what people want. Call good evil and evil good. That is such a line in the history, when that happens. That is a definitely breaking point line. The thing is, it's we say things can't get any worse. Well, they will get worse. I didn't believe that, but I believe it now. That the hearts of men or women are evil continually, and they got to be like that just before the flood, from what I understand. So the earth is going to rebel against nature, or nature is going to rebel against everything. Storms, all kinds of natural things will happen. It's not, God is judging the world, but it's not by armies or anything else. It's by nature. Nature will destroy the earth. It will rebel and groan against it. Yeah. The thing is to to have such a belief, a stupid belief, that humans can cause the climate to totally change on the planet and flood the planet and do all this. There's nothing that the people on the planet can do that is going to create that. That's really a false thing. And they're going to use that to absolutely control people. People will be totally controlled to do that. They'll be convinced to do that. When that is not the case. There's no way that what humans do can do that. Nature itself can do it. That's the only one. Nature and the cosmos, the sun, is the biggest one who will do it. And it'll change things. And it's a fact, it maybe doesn't take much to heat the place up and turn things around. But to blame humans for it is really, I can't believe how stupid people are to fall for that. When all the sun has to do is warm up the ocean 2 or 3 degrees and release all kinds of methane, which is horrendous amounts, and there's no human doing that. But that's what will happen. They will do it. And we're at a point now where they're going to control everybody. I mean, they talk about 666 and the mark and all that stuff. Well, that's pretty easy to figure out what's going to happen there. You know, the government's going to, not the governments we have right now, but the ones coming up will. The socialist, communist type governments will want to absolutely control people, and they will convince people that getting these chips and markers will be for safety and for all these things, you know. And once it's done, then it's complete control. Absolute control. Yeah, I'm glad I'm 85. That's all I can say. I don't think it's a very good future for 15 to 20 years old anymore. You know, that's sad that people can't believe in a future, really. That the future, like, you can believe in a future, but it's bleak. Even a country this size. But this country has gone to the dogs totally. So is the United States. And it's the white race that's causing that. The white race is soft, weak and soft, given all the stuff, and God gave them all the wealth and all the stuff on earth, and they blow it. Every time they blow it. And that's who the white race is the race of 12 tribes of Israel. I'm positive of that. I mean, you can look around the world and pretty well see who got the best land in the world, and what God promised the 12 tribes of Israel. They promised Abraham, and exactly when it was due, it happened. And now the white race, will be taken over by barbarians. They will end up owing. They're going to be debtors, which has happened. And it's all going to be done with mass communication things like the internet, like the media. So, you know, that's all doom and gloom stuff, eh? That's the sad part. So you have to sort of separate out that part from the good news. I mean, the good news is that people who actually understand and believe what Jesus Christ did to come to this earth and what God did about it, the whole thing is terribly good news. I mean, it is way better news than you could ever imagine. No government could give you news like that. No one. Only God can give you news like that. Promise you an eternal life in a situation that is absolutely perfect. In a perfect body where you live forever and most likely will be in such interesting things forever. Whether it's running things, traveling, being in charge of things, the whole universe to look after. And the thing is, we can't imagine God, so He is eternal. I mean, we can't put a handle on that. We can't get our head around that. But He's eternal and all powerful, all knowing, all powerful. I mean, Christ says that everybody just goes to sleep. They can sleep with their fathers, He says. And they wait till they are called. And I hope that I can. I don't think me trying to be good or something is going to make a difference, but what I believe in will most likely make a difference. And and I can't be shy about it. Jesus said, "If you're shy about me, I'll be shy about you." And I can understand that. That's for sure. Well, maybe somebody sees this, listens to it someday. I don't know. Who knows? But it's the only good news in this world. There is no other good news, and that it's the horrendously good news. There's nothing like it. So here's till the good news rolls around, I guess. See you later.